When you are around a narcissist for a long time and they abuse you, you forget to laugh and smile because they steal your joy. They give you no space to express your emotions or to show who you are as a person. They keep belittling you, humiliating you, shaming and blaming you every single time you express a natural human emotion. They force you to become robotic, and a time comes in your life where you feel like you have turned into this reduced, a smaller version of yourself. They target you heavily when you laugh. It's as if they can't see you laughing because they can't experience a belly aching laughter. It irks them, it makes them feel jealous of you, and that is what we are going to talk about in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to talk about why a narcissist feels jealous of your laughter. Why do they abuse you more when they see you laughing? If that is what interests you and you're eager to learn more, please make sure to subscribe before we begin, because your subscription helps in spreading awareness about narcissistic abuse. A narcissist is essentially a coward because they run away from their emotions all the time. That's the reason why they control their environment so rigidly. Everybody has to be stoic. Nobody can show the human, the weaker side to themselves, because that makes the narcissist feel really uncomfortable. Why? Because it reminds them of who they really were, of that part they have suppressed, rather unalived, a long time ago. The same applies to all the situations when they see people, especially their close victims, laughing, and that too wholeheartedly. They can't stand it, they can't face it. It irks them, it makes them quite reactive. How do I know that? That is what I have experienced all my life. I call my father a monster, and I think I'm right in calling him so. When we were children, I'll talk about my experiences, we were not allowed to laugh loudly or be more expressive in emotion. Everything had to be suppressed, be it crying or laughing. Nobody could move a muscle on their face, nothing. It's as if you had to be robotic, because if you showed any emotion, that would make him go crazy and lose it and become really, really rageful. If by any chance, let's say you lost it and you laughed out loud because you're a human being, you did something silly, or somebody did something silly and now you're laughing, he would physically abuse you right in that moment and would cross all the limits to give you a reason to cry instead of laughing. That is what I can remember about him. Eventually, I stopped laughing. I became less expressive in my emotions, and I recently realized that it's really hard for me to smile, because when I smile, it doesn't look like a smile. In my head, I am smiling. It's like a broad smile, but when I look at my pictures and even my videos, it's a subtle smile, almost non-expressive. So I thought, let me go in deep, and this is what came up. So I thought, why not share it with you? We become stoic, and that leads to social awkwardness. We don't know if we're allowed to smile, if we are allowed to laugh, if we're allowed to show emotions, if we're allowed to be the way we feel we should be, if it is appropriate, because of the messed up situations we have dealt with as narcissistic abuse survivors. Upon further exploration, I also realized that it was not that my laughter actually was bad, it was that he was jealous of it. Because he could not experience it himself, he had to take it away from me. If a narcissist becomes jealous of what you have, they will first try to take it away from you. But because laughter cannot be taken, so eventually what do? Obviously, they destroy it. That is their next move. That is a step 2, destroy it. I won't let you have it because I can't have it. That is the predator's mentality. That is how they function. The same is applicable to these to this situation. When they see you laughing, they can't stand the fact that they can't experience what you're experiencing. They can see it, it's alluring, it can't be stolen away. So they will give you 1,000 reasons to never laugh again, to create a negative association between your emotional expression and the punishment you could possibly get from them and other people that are around you. One more explanation is a narcissist is an extremely insecure individual. You already know that. Everything that happens in their environment turns into something that has to do with who they are. It automatically becomes a definition of what their worth is. But they don't want you to know that. They personalize every single thing, the way you looked at them, the way you moved your body, your tonality, everything. When you laugh out loud and they are there, they make it seem like you are criticizing them. They may not tell you or they may not make it obvious, but that is how it gets filtered. That is how it enters their reality. They make it about their shame, their insecurity. Your laughter is seen as an insult. More so, if the narcissist feels, rather wants to believe they are the authority, they must be respected at all times. Everybody must kneel before them. Everybody should act like a servant. Everybody should bow their heads. Everybody should be silent. How dare you express your authentic emotions? How dare you open your mouth and laugh? You have disrespected them. Now you will be punished. That is how it gets translated in a narcissist's messed up head. So what do they do after that? If they are physically abusive, they will hit you, as I was hit by my father. If they're not physically abusive, they'll pass on a comment, really uncalled for. They will say something like, why are you laughing like a retard? Which is a very, very derogatory term to use, and it's very humiliating to call someone that. It's beyond unacceptable. It confuses you, like, it's wrong. I mean, I was just laughing. Why? Why would you say that? Then comes the argument. They make it about themselves. You know how the story goes. Eventually, at the end of it, you find yourself crying. You pay 10 times more than the joy that laughter gave you. It's really expensive to be happy when around a narcissist. When this thing keeps happening again and again and again over years, it shapes your personality. It, if not permanently, strongly alters your reality, and you become emotionally less expressive, or you easily dissociate from your emotion, or you can easily numb it down or become unaware of what is actually going on in your body. For these reasons, I say, and practically I have done it, your first step towards healing after narcissistic abuse, towards healing from complex trauma caused by abuse, is becoming aware of your own body, of different sensations. Your narcissist, by that I mean the narcissist who hurt you, did you the maximum damage by disconnecting you from your authentic self. Expresses itself through the sensations, through the emotions, basically through the intuition that you feel in there. So you have to get in there, not stay here. They have made you a prisoner of your thoughts, of that rumination. Get out of that, you have to go in there. If your laughter was stolen by the narcissist, today I request you to give yourself the permission to start laughing again, because it's a jewel on your face. It's a gift. You were always supposed to laugh, but this woman came in your life and stole it away, which is unfair. Shouldn't have happened. It happened. But now that you are healing, you're trying to move on, you have gone no contact, give yourself permission to express yourself, to express your joy. Laugh out loud. Don't worry about how it is perceived. What will people think? Of course, be respectful, you know what I mean, but just let it come out. Like right now, I'm trying to smile, I'm trying to laugh. This is not me. This was not me years before. Everybody would tell me, why do you look so serious? When I was not serious, when I would not be serious, they would ask, what's going on? But then I would think and wonder, like, what's going on? Nothing, I'm normal. That was my normal. That's how our face becomes, our eyebrows pointed inwards, making this bridge here, the line, and face is tight, jaw is clenched. Let go. It's okay to smile. You can laugh, smile, feel the joy now that this monster is out of your life. You do not need to feel any guilt because they kept you suppressed. They had zero capability to express any emotions. Now that they were extremely traumatized, no, they made a conscious choice of not feeling any emotions, not wanting to feel any emotions. By not sitting with them, by not doing the work, it became their reality, it became their nature. So they lived with it and they forced it on you. Let it go. Shun it, abandon it, leave it, release it, and come back to your authentic self. With that, let me bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all the best. We'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.